This time I've got an old Beats pill speaker. Looks like a large pill. And it's dead. The person that brought me this just asked me to take a look at them and see whether it's something that can be fixed. Probably not. It's probably batteries. I've already set them up for that. But they want me to look at it anyway just to see whether there's anything that can be done. And we're going to take a quick peek and open it up and see what's inside one of these, so you guys get to see the inside. I'm the first to admit I know nothing about these, other than this one was brought to me to take a look at and see whether it can be fixed. It was referred from another local guy that works on computers, referred the woman to me. Check out, this has turned to soft rubber, deteriorating like this one. The connectors are, maybe the cable's bad, I don't know. It says it won't turn on. We're going to check it and see whether it will turn on or what's wrong. There's a USB port on the bottom here. You charge this thing. Somewhere there'll be a way to charge this, I'm sure. Oh yes, there's the port on the back. We'll plug it in and see whether it will light up or do anything. See whether the charge port's working at all. And then take a look and see whether maybe it's a battery that's bad in here. Don't know anything about them. So this will be the first time I've tried opening one of these things up to see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. I'd say no guarantee I'm going to get it going, but we're going to try. So first things first, we'll try plugging in their charge cable and see if I see any lights or anything lighting up on here. I see nothing. There's should be a little light there, and I don't see anything lighting up, so perhaps it's just the charging cable is no good. We'll try a different charging cable. I should have, this is a micro USB, I should have a micro USB cable kicking around here. Let me just find one and we'll see whether it's the cable. That's bad. That would be great if that's all it was. Should be very happy at that. Plug in a different cable. I still don't see any sign of life. I don't see any lights or anything. So next we'll try a different adapter, just in case the adapter is foobar. I so happen that I do have adapters kicking around here. Whoops, that's a USB-C. That one won't work. It should, I know it works. So this, if it's the adapter that's bad, we'll know pretty quick. Okay. Still don't see any sign of life. Okay, I've ruled out the adapter, ruled out the cable. The next thing to do is to pop the unit apart, and we'll see what condition the battery's in. It may be that the battery has gone bad, and that's what's preventing it from charging and turning on. Just got to figure out how to open this thing up. Never opened one before, but I would imagine that there's probably some hidden screws under here. There are, okay? And there's where our screws are. What else is under here? I think it's just screws and the little cover. Yeah, okay, perfect. We'll pop these screws out and see if this thing will open up, and that way I can check the battery. It'd be nice if it was like an 18650 or something I have lots of. If it was a battery that was bad and it was an 18650 that went bad, then I can change it. One thing is certain, if it's not an 18650 or a standard cell that can be replaced, if it's a proprietary battery pack and it's shot, I won't be doing anything on it because I won't try aftermarket batteries. There's just too much risk with lithium-ion batteries. If you put an aftermarket battery in and it catches fire, you're in trouble. They call this the Beats pill. I don't know, that looks like an awful big pill. I don't know if you want to swallow something that big.
remove all the screws and see if it'll pop apart.
I was out for a ride on my bike today earlier, going for lunch, and I saw the funniest thing on the road I've ever seen in my life. I wish I had had a camera. It was well, to see it. Some idiot had mounted a small window air conditioner in the back window of their car. I thought to myself, how stupid can someone be? Like, if you hit the brakes hard enough, that thing's going to take the driver's head off. It was right behind the driver. I've never seen anything like that in my life, but it was hilarious. I don't think he'd get far without being pulled over, but maybe I'm wrong. One thing's for sure, he was certainly being creative. I guess the AC in the car wasn't working, or didn't have AC. It was an older car. And it was a young person driving, and they had their novice sticker, their end sticker on the back. So I don't wonder how far they got before getting written up, because I'm sure that that's something you could get written up for.
Part right here. Oh, that comes off. Okay. That band comes off, and then there might be some more screws underneath there that need to come out too. But that band pops off to reveal buttons falling off of it. Now, what comes off next? These clips come off. And since I don't know if they're the same, I'm going to separate them left and right because I don't know if they're the same. They look to be similar. Somehow this is probably going to, the grill is probably going to pop off here now. Or the speakers are going to pop into two. I believe it pops apart if we just do that. And it falls into two. Oh, it's one of these. It's a lithium ion battery pack. Is that two battery packs in here? It looks like there's is that another pack over there? I don't know. But we'll just pop this out here. Disconnect it. Check the voltage on it. I mean, the battery might not be the fault. It might be just a problem in the circuitry. And sometimes if you just remove the power, things will reset themselves. Now there's another battery on the other side. So that's wired over to this one. There's a couple big wires that go across here. So we'll just unplug it just for a few seconds here and plug it back in. It's going to pop this out and just see whether the batteries are getting puffy. If they are, then we know what the fault is. It's probably the battery that's going bad. More than likely, it's going to be the battery pack that's going bad. It actually looks like 3 cylindrical cells in here, what it looks like. Obviously it is a custom pack though, so I don't think we're getting one for one of these now. Not at the age of this. Probably couldn't have got it before. But remove the power and just see what happens. Does it turn on? Even though that's the power button. I think the power button's on the back here. Nope. It don't turn on. We'll just get the meter out and check some voltages and see if there's power coming off the battery pack. I'm going to assume that black is ground or negative, and the red should be hot. And I don't see any power on that battery at all. Battery is probably toast. 0, 0, Zero. I don't think the battery's got any power at all, and that's why it doesn't work. You know, I see if I plug in the charge cord, do we see any power coming up on any of those terminals with the charge cord plugged in? .5. So you see 1.5 volts, it should be a lot higher than that. This is a 7.4 volt battery, and we should be seeing a couple volts anyway to try to charge the packs. There's a boost converter on here to boost up the power from the adapter, because this is going to be a 5 volt output. One other thing to consider on this is, did it fail because the battery failed, or did something else fail that prevented the battery from charging, and then the battery went dead? So it could be the battery itself is shot or dead, but we don't know what else might be wrong. Like, there could be other faults besides that's preventing it from working. So I'm just going to throw this back together and give it back to the person that owns it, and let them know that yeah, it's shot. Alright, this thing's back together as well as it's going to be. Well, now you guys know what's... Oops, that didn't clip in right. Oh well, doesn't matter. It doesn't work. Now you guys know what's inside this, one of these things here, and yeah, if the batteries go bad in them, they're pretty much toast. And that's what's happening to a lot of this stuff now that, you know, had batteries in it. The batteries are going bad, and that basically, for a lot of this stuff, spells the end of its life, because they don't make these batteries. At least not that I've ever seen. This one here has got two separate battery packs that are connected together by a wire between them. So yeah, when you get to this point, they're not worth fixing anyway. The person that owns this one just asked me to take a look at it, and I'm not making any money on this, that's for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and watch up all those ads that they run with it, because I'm not making any money working on crap like this other than what I make from YouTube, and that's not much. Not with all you guys using ad blockers. And yes, I know who uses ad blockers, because YouTube tells me. They say, this is how much you made, but if people weren't blocking ads, you would have made this much. And it's not good. And you wonder why people are not putting out as much stuff on YouTube these days. For the amount of effort that we put into it, it sometimes is not worth it. And little in cases like this, it probably won't be, but we'll see. Thanks for watching.